like they asked me like, you play chess online? I'm like, yeah, I'm knight to fixed. And they're like, what? We play on fixed all the time too. So
All right, here we go.
yeah, we're off to the races. So to answer the question, it appears helmsknight is the high board, chicken is the low board. So it's helmsknight versus 12 teen, chicken versus blitzbullet.
And blitzbullet clocking in at a rating of 2563. Wow, okay. Something happened between their previous match and this match.
Well, blitzbullet clearly underrated, but we have seen him playing in the random pool the past like 2 hours, so that might have had something to do with it. I forget what he was when we observed him earlier.
I see.
But this is a 2-minute time control. It is first to 21 with a win by 2 condition. 12 teen. The 12 teen versus helmsknight is an interesting dynamic because they both love to attack. They're both natural attackers. Whereas I think blitzbullet and chicken are both more versatile as far as attacking and defending. But yeah, attacking is helmsknight's native habitat, as is 12 teens.
Yeah, nice move by 12 teen. The bishop at e2 with queen at c2 combo.
Yeah, and 12 teen seemed to have grabbed all of helmsknight's pieces, and is up time of about 12 seconds, which is critical because he does have holes in his position at g6. But if 12 teen can just play chess, I think it's or he can get a queen. That's another option. And that's just immediate resignation. Our score is 1-0, favoring 12 teen and blitzbullet.
And this is actually the first time in the Bughouse World Championship that we see a rematch between two teams. Because
I was told that the other semifinals had played each other too, but maybe that was incorrect.
No,
I don't know.
If they did play each other, then the pairings for this round would be swapped. But no, both of those teams have played blitzbullet and 12 teen. And the previous scores for those matches were actually, for this match, blitzbullet and 12 teen actually beat chickencrossroad and helmsknight 16-0. So maybe we'll see them
the
do better this time.
Will chicken and helmsknight get on the board? And I think they will, because helmsknight was much rustier a couple weeks ago than she is right now. She's been playing a lot, and she was also saying she had some interface problems that other day, which hopefully have been solved.
Yeah, and especially because she's streaming, I think that gives her a huge buff.
I don't think she's not streaming like right at the very minute, but she was streaming earlier because she rated me with her viewers, so presumably that meant she ended her stream.
She has made a return to streaming, which is very good for the Bughouse community.
Great for the Bughouse community, and great for her as well, hopefully. Yes, so helmsknight took a 1-year break from not only streaming Bughouse and chess, but playing Bughouse at all. Didn't play Bughouse for 1 year, and which was about August through like September, something like that. She didn't play a single Bughouse game. And then she came back for the Chess Played Quick Bughouse edition, at which she won. She was partnered with Genna, otherwise known as GSVC. And now she played in the Bughouse World Championship as well, and made it to the Final Four. Maybe even better than that. We'll see how this goes.
And she didn't play knight d2 earlier to fork the king and the queen, so that was an interesting decision.
Found it now.
Now we approach a time scramble with the knowledge that blitzbullet is playing on touchpad. So how will this change the dynamic? Oh, and chick 12 teen blunders his queen on e7.
Yeah.
He wins it back.
Blitzbullet gets the mate there. Our score is now 2-0, favoring blitzbullet and 12 teen.
12 teen snuck a bishop out of there. Pawn e5, pawn takes f4.
Oh, well, funny story. Chickencrossroad tried to do the same thing to blitzbullet on the other board, and it didn't work. Yeah, d5, e5 is actually a really popular opening when at really fast play because you get a lot of flow. The When you get a lot of flow, then losing the pawn really isn't super important. It's more important to get all your pieces out.
Right.
So chicken crossroad.
Exactly. Yeah. If you lose a pawn or a piece or whatever, it makes not very much of a difference if it's a very high flow game, because those are just pieces sitting in hand that are not going to get on the board anyway. If it's a very low flow game, then it can be a huge advantage.
12-team really close to mate here with.
Probably wants a rook for h1, I guess, or he wants to get initiative somehow. He could potentially stick the queen in there, but
yeah, he could go queen at h1 and okay, well he opts to just keep the rook, I guess. There's also a possibility of rook takes h2 there.
So a knight now mates for blitzbullet.
Here, blitzbullet can even buy time by going knight takes d5, which renew. Oh, actually, that's not a good move. Never mind.
Yeah, then there's queen check, take knight.
Bishop takes g7, which is even.
Okay, so blitzbullet, I guess, probably going to liquidate and take the queen instead of going for mate here.
Which now means 12-team gets a queen to checkmate with.
Yeah, it's a very useful queen. Our score is now 3-0 in favor of blitzbullet and 12-team. I don't think we've seen any communication in the chat, which probably indicates both teams are on a call. Of course, we'd recommend communication, much easier that way.
Wow, and while blitzbullet is still in the opening phase, 12-team has already castled queenside, traded off queens, and they're deep in the middle game.
Yeah, the faster you play, the more likely it is, especially if you don't sit for pieces. If you play fast and don't sit generally, then you tend to get in positions where you liquidate everything, and are just playing an endgame. And 12-team and Plotkin, several other players are both that type of player, often in endgames. Helmsknight would like a knight, a 4th knight, or a queen. Either knight at a6 or queen at b7. But of course, she can't wait for it because she's down 7 seconds.
Chica said asks in the chat, is there a 3rd versus 4th place match? Yes, there is. We'll have a consolation match. We also have one for the under 2000 section as well.
Yeah, the under 2000 consolation match has already happened. The finals have not yet happened for the under 2000 section, and neither has happened for the open section. Waiting to see who wins this match right here.
Oh, blitzbullet is trying to get into this king, but just looks so difficult.
So knight or rook mates for 12-team, but he's trying to get his king safe in the interim here.
Bishop at e3 is a great move. Removing the knight's protection on f2.
Yep.
So now helmsknight can keep attacking. She doesn't have to take the knight on f2 at all. The only problem is she's really struggling.
helmsknight wants a rook, but I mean, it's just not going to come.
Chicken is really struggling to get a rook here. e6, of course. Oh, and the king walks out, which was unexpected. So now 12-team is just very safe here. Oh, and double knight mate to finish it off.
Nice mate. Our score is now 4-0, favoring blitzbullet and 12-team. Again, this is 1st to 21, win by 2 condition. Yeah, there is an I in team, and it's right here.
Oh, I just realized what your shirt meant. That's beautiful. Team gets an open G file, but helmsknight says, "Oh, that's my G file." So now 12-team has to close it by dropping a bishop on G3. Okay, queens are trading, which reopens the G file. Now it's closed again. Wow, Chicken has a really nice initiative on blitzbullet here. He's able to get in something like pawn d2 here might just win. Oh, he didn't play it. Pawn d2 if king takes it, knight at c4, and queen to c2. Okay, he finds it now. If king takes knight, knight c4,
nice
bishop.
idea.
Yep.
And he's doing it the reverse, but oh,
I
okay.
was just not.
I don't like this move. I liked your knight at c4 a lot better.
I guess he's afraid of king e2, where there's not really a.
Oh,
Also,
well, he's
this,
taking a free
yeah.
rook, so that's reasonable.
Oh yeah, very very reasonable.
Threatening
It's
knight
also
at
took a pawn
b3.
too.
There it is. Free.
The only issue here is free bishop. Is 12-10 is actually up 19 seconds. So in case they need to chess, you might actually be able to squeeze out a win here.
So now blitzbullet needs to wait because the queen is very bad. Whoa, why did he give that? Queen
Oh
of
no, it wasn't his turn. It wasn't his turn. He couldn't have held it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, queen at h8, very resourceful.
Yeah, chicken. Oh, giving up the knight. Oh, yeah, that works. Never mind. With queen at a2.
Oh, and that's mate.
They gotta sit.
So now 12-10 has to try to win this game down to queen.
Yep.
Against helmsknight.
That's gonna be hard to do.
Tall order.
Yeah.
Oh, and helmsknight finds the mate.
Oh, nice. Didn't play mate in 1, but still got a mate nonetheless. Queen takes c7 was mate.
Well done. And
so
now they're on the board.
There's no more sweep. Whereas 4-1 favoring 12-10 and blitzbullet.
This is already a better result than the last time they faced them, so whatever happens now, I mean, or actually, I don't know how disappointed or how proud they will be. Or not proud. Elated is a better word. Pawn h2 is an interesting idea.
helmsknight was talking earlier in her stream that she knew that winning this match would be an uphill battle. So I think she realizes that. I think she's realistic about this. Just queen takes pawn can at least queen takes g2 at least can be safe. Or could oh no, but of course she's gonna attack. I guess knight takes rook here.
Oh, actually 12-10 is the one doing the attacking.
Oh, sorry, 12-10 does my bad.
Oh no. Wait, that's not
Yeah, I don't think that was the move.
Oh, king e8. Just barely staying safe.
Might have to play queen takes g2 though. What's the time like? Oh, still have 3 seconds, so can wait. Okay.
Yeah. Now the knight on f5 covers e7, so the rook that he gives up is not that threatening anymore. However,
interesting.
chicken will have a hard time covering.
The queen out. Yeah, 12-10 is taking all the pieces.
Nice.
It's over.
My score is now 5-1, favoring 12-10 and blitzbullet. Sammy says Cheesy is never safe. I don't know about that. I think he was safe given the time.
.12-10 is very good at staying safe, actually. Like, that's what makes him so high rated. He's able to stay safe in positions with low flow where other people might accidentally make the wrong move and just hang like an attack or a mate.
So a rook is very good for helmsknight.
And she's not getting the rook.
Yeah, it's no longer maiden.
Now this queen on g2 is really nice, partly because if it's ever attacked, you don't have to move it and you'll get a free tempo for while they take the queen. So it's one of the uses of a queen.
Blitzbullet uptime, but being attacked.
Actually, I think he might have initiative here. Depends on how he has initiative. Oh,
yeah, so a queen sack is possible here. Especially if blitzbullet were to get a queen. If blitzbullet were to get a queen, then queen takes d2, rook takes, queen at c1 would be interesting.
Oh yeah, that would be very strong. He also has ideas of sacking twice on d2, going knight at b1 check, and potentially dropping a pawn on d2 later. Yeah, like with this third knight, I think he wins. Yeah, so
yeah, they just resigned it. Our score is now 6-1, favoring 12-10 blitzbullet.
One of the things, actually I can't point that out in this line. One of the things in Bughouse when you're playing fast is you want to make sure that you're always able to improve your position by moving your pieces around. So you can see 12-10 gets his queen to g4.
Helmsknight would like some material. Knight or rook would be good for her. It's like queen takes queen, then knight at f3, or queen takes queen, then rook at h3.
Yeah, or even rook takes e5, waiting for queen takes d7, so that knight at f3 is once again working.
Okay,
So seeing the
Helmsknight
f3
has
threat.
won a queen. Maybe just bishop takes bishop here. Or
This now
bishop
means
takes h3 is okay as well.
this now means blitzbullet has to lose his queen because otherwise he gets mated. So 12-10 will have to cover queen at g2.
Yep.
It's not looking very good.
Helms wants a knight.
Knight is still crushing.
And she can actually get a knight, yeah, with a rook d8, knight, queen f6. They decided to play on.
Whoa, wasn't that mate?
Oh yeah,
no,
this
never
mates.
mind.
Queen g5, yeah, queen g5, pawn f6, pawn f7 this mating.
Okay, so chicken actually has mate.
Yeah, chicken has mate now. But they're down time. So will 12-10 be able to chess this position?
Ooh, yes he will. This pawn looking to promote is... Oh, actually time is now quite even.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
they could play king h7. You could play queen d8.
Oh, he messed up. Oh, or she messed up. She had to keep the queen on the board because now she has no way of giving check, so he can promote everything. He can pre-move everything. Queen e5 is unstoppable here. Queen takes queen f7 or queen e5, both unstoppable.
Ooh,
especially with like moving and then thinking. That's like what you want to do is when you're trying to defend against this is make a cluster of moves so they don't have time to think. Yeah, and now pawn d3 is made.
Yep. Or bishop 2 d3.
Oh, wait.
When I use your piece.
They got the win. She made up enough time.
You took too many moves.
And here we're going to see the blitzbullet opening, which is to get a pawn on h3, the intro to the bishop to g2, and castle. And this king is very, very safe. And once the king is very, very safe, blitzbullet is launched to just do any attack he wants without worrying about king safety.
Anders okay asked how many games will be in total? 40 or best of 40, first to 21.
Yep.
Current score 6-2.
I think
interesting to see how
lose the queen here.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how blitzbullet plays the opening because once he gets safe, he plays really aggressively. He's like loose with material. At the same time, here we see.
Nice.
The tide may be turning. That was 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Wow, 6-3.
That was a nice handle by Chicken on that opening there. 97.
Knight at g6, I assume. Oh, no. Okay. I thought we'd see pawn at g7 there.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I guess helmsknight wants to seize the initiative. So 12-10 is okay with parting with his queen here, potentially, but it might not even happen.
Helmsknight still has a pretty nice attack. If 12-10 can get a rook, then he's in business. But without a rook, it looks like
it's
bad news.
Hard.
So yeah, that's a free queen with initiative.
Yeah, take the bishop. And then at the very end, helmsknight.
Knight takes f4 potentially.
At the very end, helmsknight can even drop a pawn on g7.
Even bishop takes knight is doable if the queen doesn't come.
Yeah, or pawn on g7. Just say, your turn. Do what you like.
I will pawn at f3. Yeah. It should.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it can drop pawns on the light squares.
Yep. Bishop takes e3, knight e4 check. And then queen takes e3, his mate. Or forcing the king to the back rank to cut off the rook's defense is also great. Oh, yeah, bishop takes e3. Bishop takes e3 was better.
And helmsknight could always defend if need be.
Well, they resigned because there's no way that
Wow.
blitzbullet can hold a rook.
6-4.
Nice slow play from helmsknight.
So yeah, I mean, didn't we start off with like 4-0 for 12-team blitzbullet or something like that? We thought we're talking about whether it'd be a blowout, but 6-4 is pretty close.
Yeah.
So
Chicken willingly gives a pawn on g2. That's very interesting.
And blitzbullet is downtime, so he can't wait for a pawn to exploit that. Pawn or bishop or queen.
Yeah.
Now chicken is
It's a
defended.
very situational move.
Oh, 12-team gives up his queen. But it's still on the attack. Wait, did you just play b6? What was b6 about? I guess it's just to like make a move. It's a weird move.
Yeah. Look at a mouse slip.
helmsknight is not streaming right now, Ruffy. helmsknight was streaming earlier and she raided me.
Maybe b6 covers against knight at c5 drops.
Okay, that's one possible explanation.
Yeah, and chicken has mate. Wow.
Yeah, that's a nice mate by chicken.
Wow.
If rook takes, we promote to knight. Hopefully, he doesn't mispromote to a queen. Even if he did, probably he still lives. So.
helmsknight can just take on f5, but she doesn't do that. So now this knight g3 pre-move doesn't make any sense, or it looks a bit silly, but it was meant to counter a queen takes pawn. Oh, they're still up a bit on time, but it's hard to mate here with the pieces that 12-team has.
Man.
Wow. This 6-5. It's looking like a very close match. And one of the things I've mentioned repeatedly whenever I've watched and commentated on Chicken's games is Chicken is as strong as he is and was at the top of the leaderboard for as long as he was, not because he was the best attacker in the world, not because he was the best defender or the best feeder, but because he's versatile. And part of that versatility is he can do all those things. He can be a good attacker when the situation calls for it. Yeah, helmsknight is mate. helmsknight has mate, and chicken just needs to survive 3 seconds, and I think he can in this situation. So yeah, so chicken is versatile. He can feed when need be. He can defend when need be. He can attack when need be. He can play super fast. He can feed moves. And not only that, but he can adapt to what the situation calls for. There's a lot of players out there who, number one, they just have one gear. Number two, they just have like one set of preferred open ends or things like that. But chicken is as strong as he is because he makes his partners better and he plays to their strengths. And I've seen so many series where it looks like Chicken's team is down and is going to lose the series, but what happens is they'll be down after the first 10 or 20 games, and then Chicken adapts, and all of a sudden the tide starts turning. So I think Chicken has found some of the magic sauce for what pieces Helms wants in the open end, and is going to be a better feeder for those.
Yep. He sees stronger as the match goes on. It's really nice.
He scales very well. And blitzbullet's early h6 now leads to g6 being open for a pawn drop, so chicken takes advantage of that.
Yeah. It's this light squared weakness. The queen goes over to give luft.
Yep, and now the knight takes over the g6 square. Everyone's having a party.
So rook. Okay, and this bishop move defends b7 also. you don't necessarily want to take back the bishop. He probably wants to play, he wants a rook for e1. Or he could go into light squares on like a3 or f3.
Yeah. No, my problem with pawn h3 and pawn f3 ideas is that the knight on e5 is actually doing a really good job of covering the light square, so there's not much follow-up after, say, pawn h3 and knight takes queen.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, ideally he wants a rook. He might even play like queen at e1 if his partner were okay with the queen.
Yeah, fortunately, though, 12-10 seems to be winning a rook soon. Oh, task says maybe just...
What about Katask? Oh, Katask says maybe
chat.
Jasugi is lagging.
In the chat. Oh. We have some...
he seems to have 5 bars down here. Excellent connection, very low lag. I don't think that's
his
the
ping
case.
is 40. Katask doesn't know, though, that blitzbullet is playing on touchpad.
Yeah, that definitely could be another consideration here.
Yeah,
why is chickencrossroad not showing on screen? Because he has a long username and he's a FIDE master. And by the way, blitzbullet is a national master, which isn't showing here. That's a little weird.
Oh, yeah.
I think he probably has his NM connected to another account besides this one.
Yeah.
Blitzbullet is known to have several accounts.
There was a point where half of the top 10, half of the people on the top 10 were all blitzbullet's accounts.
Yeah. So queen trade is on offer, and chicken is waiting to do so till it's his partner's turn. Using the queen defensively. Maybe be able to win the knight in the process.
Yeah. With the pawn structure that helmsknight has, it looks really difficult to get in anything. Now we're going down to a time scramble with the knowledge that blitzbullet is on touchpad, so I think chicken and helms are slightly favored. Although blitzbullet just got a rook, so maybe a different story.
Helpful.
If he gets one more rook, he mates. Oh, and helmsknight finds mate, so... Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, she still if she finds rook e3. Oh.
Yeah, new rook at e3 was going to be mate, but it gives up another rook in the process.
But
and helmsknight is flag.
Yep. Wow.
My score's now 7-6. Wait, is that right? Is it 7-6 or is it?
Yes, it is 7-6. Okay. There were no aborts.
76 favoring blitzbullet 12-10. I guess that means last game it was 6. Yeah, last game it was all tied up. But this time it's 7-6.
Yeah.
Blitzbullet.
Chickencrossroad makes a
Oh, go ahead.
Chickencrossroad makes a really interesting decision to sack the queen for the bishop on e5. I don't know how that happened. Must have been a mouse slip.
And we do see frequent mouse slips when people play this fast. Luckily, we have an emote for that. Okay, there's now that's mate. Mate in 1 rather than mate in 2. It's just to take it. But if king over, then there was new knight in check. Forced to mate the next move anyway.
Yep. It's always scary when your opponent has 2 knights in their hand.
2 knights and a queen, no less.
Yep, the queen does help.
Blitzbullet won a couple pieces here, so
12 is on the attack.
So 12-10 does a good thing here, which is after knight at h6 check king g7, he instantly goes queen f3 instead of sitting for a knight. So it helps him gain more time and also keeps his initiative going. While helmsknight doesn't get any pieces to defend.
And they're rook mates, but looks like that is unlikely here.
So now pawn h3 drop will stop any knight checkmate ideas. Although blitzbullet only has a queen and a 4 blocker, so
He's going to create his own knight.
Although knight now mates for chicken, so she takes on d8 its mate. Oh, it's not her turn. Never mind. Queen e8, a very nice move. It covers f7 and d8, so if the king ever runs to f7 and g8, then it won't get checkmated.
Chicken is up time. I'm not sure how 12 can save this.
Yeah, I don't see a defense.
There's
now they're downtime.
two mate threats. Yeah. Chicken doesn't have to move anymore.
Down material and time on both boards.
But now, yeah, that's pinned. Yeah, so can't take the queen.
12 really needed a risk there, but he couldn't get one.
8-7, favoring blitzbullet 12. But again, very, very close match. And it's not just first to 12, but it's first to 12 with a win by 2 condition.
First to 21.
Sorry, first to 21, win by 2 condition.
I wonder if we'll see any draws in this match then, since it's so close. How many draws do you predict for this match?
I don't predict any draws, but I mean, we might go to overtime.
One of our fellow organizers, Sneery Stakes, would love overtime.
12's king is going on a little bit of a run. This is exactly what helmsknight loves to be doing, which is attacking.
Yeah.
Oh. And it's all tied up. 8-8.
Wow.
And they've played so many games together, 12 and helmsknight, So she may be comfortable in some ways.
Yeah, I think they know each other's openings pretty well. It's not to say that I know their openings, so I don't know if they're playing their normal stuff or not.
helmsknight and chicken are unstoppable when both of them get the initiative. When it's just one, maybe it's manageable, but when it's both, and this happens more often than I would expect, that's when they really become a strong duo. However, here helmsknight does have a bit of difficulty actually breaking into the position. The 12 can actually win a bishop here.
Pretty good job in that she is. I mean, she's when it's. Oh, you're saying queen takes bishop and then there's a mate threat with knight f6. That's clever. Yeah, I don't know if you guys see that. Queen takes knight check, and then queen in is the threat.
However, after queen takes h5, Helms can respond with pawn takes knight, which will give chicken a knight to work with if that helps him. It's not all over yet.
And I'm sure 12 sees this tactic. Just waiting for blitzbullet to get a little bit safer.
I think one of the big advantages of 12 and blitzbullet is their speed, much like Katask and Jeffrey. So when that's a bit negated by blitzbullet's use of a touchpad, then
he did it the other way. Instead of queen takes, he immediately went for the check threat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why didn't we take the knight? Surprised that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Chicken plays king over, prophylactic move.
However, now it puts the king on a light square, so pawn g4 will be a stronger move than it was before.
Yeah.
Also, there could have been some knight at e2.
Oh, actually, knight at f8 is mating. Okay, you'll see that. Yep, nice find.
Yep, queen in if rook takes. Which rook has to take, by the way. Rook takes, queen in.
Yep. Oh, and now they even have a lead over the...
Yes, chicken and Helms winning 9-8.
If this match were first to 11, then... Ooh.
Hey, Icy Sun. We have another world champion in the chat. Icy Sun,
cool.
world champion of 4-player chess.
Yep. And suggesting to start with knight f6 check. Yeah, that would work. You would need a second knight for c5 though, so knight f8 is really nice because knight on e4 isn't actually covering e7. Okay, well now we get a situation where 12 team and blitzbullet both have somewhat an initiative.
I think 12 team would like 2 pawns for, I guess, e6 maybe. Is that what he's waiting for?
Yeah, or just one pawn. Even he doesn't need the second one.
Well, I mean, if pawn takes pawn, then you wouldn't have something to drop in afterwards.
Yeah, that's fair. I was thinking that actually, instead of getting a pawn, he could just move his queen to e6, but that
Oh, I
seems
see.
too
Yeah, you're
bold.
right.
Yeah, I was looking at that line too. Queen at
Queen
e6
is fun.
Yeah, if rook takes g7, maybe knight at f5. I was looking at rook g1. Yeah, if he takes my queen, knight takes g7, knight e6, and you got diag mates.
Well, if Queen a6, I'm wondering if helmsknight could get a knight for f3, knight f3, and then either knight takes knight or bring the knight back.
Buzzkill, yeah.
Man, because there's definitely knights in take, though it would take a queen sack. Oh, he has another knight. We see it. We see the line we talked about now.
Knight at f5. Oh, never mind. Now you got some stuff going. You got trades.
Wow.
Queen takes g7.
You still can't take.
That is savage. Creating some love for the king. Winning. Wow.
Yeah.
Half of her pieces just disappeared from the board in like blink of an eye. Oh, and b7, very nice. And queen takes c7 with tempo.
The queen covers the mate dart back here.
Yep.
Very nice.
I mean, I never thought I'd say this, but after blitzbullet and 12 team win their game, it's all tied up. Helmsknight would probably ignore the threat to the queen. Yeah, that makes sense. But she's playing very aggressively. And 12 team is playing very ambitiously too. This is
what helmsknight likes to be doing. Like helmsknight loves seeing her opponent's king walk up the board while she attacks, and she is up time. The problem is diagonals don't do anything for her. Oh, a knight.
No, it actually does a lot for her. I think she has mate already. Yeah, pawn h6, knight f4, bishop g5.
Yeah, well, I think she needed the knight though. Without the knight, because she had made it.
Yeah, I think she was a pawn short of mate. If 2 pawns would have made it for her, actually. Chicken once again with the e5 pawn sack. Now blitzbullet's a bit struggling because the light squares are a bit weak.
12 has weak dark squares.
Well, chicken's queen is just, or king is just so safe.
Yeah, there's
I
mate
take
threats
that
here
back.
for chicken.
It's not so safe.
Not so safe.
How does he defend this? Maybe
on g7 and knight g6, maybe.
Yeah, or you could even. Okay, let's go knight f5 to hit e3 and g7. Interesting idea.
Interesting. Attack and defend. Very creative.
That's very nice. Very nice, yeah.
Oh, and I guess the other board, I don't know what happened, but it looked like blitzbullet got a decisive
advantage. The score is 10-10, still all tied up.
Yep. Also, another thing, when you're playing super fast, it's really easy to forget what the other board looks like and accidentally trade too much or too little flow to mess their position up. So 12 teams attacking, blitzbullet. Blitzbullet has a really ideal fianchetto position because not only does he have the castle king, he also has the pawn on g4. I think that's...
And on h3.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a very safe king.
Yeah. Pawn on g4 though, it just ensures you're never get attacked for the rest of the game.
But man, chicken got so much material this game. Sheesh.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot, but also unfortunately he can't do anything with it. So, like, he'd really want a pawn to drop on e4, but he only has a knight, a bishop, a rook, and a queen.
Ooh,
Yeah, I think
helmsknight on the attack.
yeah,
Drawing
I
the
was gonna
bishop
say I think
away.
this is their game.
Why not? Oh, yeah, okay.
Ooh, that was risky.
12 has
Ooh,
at least a draw.
whoa. Knight,
Like,
knight mates. Even his bishop takes knight playable.
wow.
Oh, and rook mates too? Is that true?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah,
Oh,
queen
that's
takes
the
e8.
creative move. I like it. So now another pawn is good.
Oh, but now nothing mates for 12. Oh,
No, I mean,
unless he thinks he's safe, which I
I
mean,
think he is. At least temporarily. King takes. Oh, okay.
so now white can take on Helmsnight can take on e5. So the main way Helmsnight gets into position is queen takes e8, check, and knight at f6. So she'll need like another heavy or something to keep going after that. So if she's unable to get a heavy, then it's a bit. Oh, and they're done on time, so it's hard to.
She has two knights though.
Yep. She needs a.
Bishop takes rook. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Bishop
Well,
e8.
maybe
Yeah,
going
bishop
king
a6 to prevent the king from running, I think.
Yeah, king c8 was a mistake though.
Oh, for sure.
No, they might have something. Yep, bishop d7 takes c6. I guess he's hoping she'll run out of pieces because she only has a knight and a pawn left.
Knight did d7. Yeah.
Wait.
That's at the very least a draw.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Yeah, she's just taking the draw. So we do have a draw in this matchup.
Wow.
That was a question at the beginning. Are we going to see any draws? Answer, yes. 10.5 to 10.5.
And the bishop would have made it, but she already made two moves, so she couldn't avoid the perpetual while checkmating. Helmsnight with the early sacrifice again. This looks pretty good. She can also develop her queen at some point. And she has a knight, so now he can't go to
This
h8.
looks great for chicken.
And Helms.
Oh yeah, Helms too, for sure. There's the rook.
Ooh, especially with that rook.
Oh, wow. Just grab the queen,
no.
I guess.
She can even go pawn at f6, or bishop g5, and then pawn at f6. Or even
Maybe
e8
even rook e8.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Remove that. Yeah, bishop g5 is nice.
Knight takes pawn here. Oh, new knight at g8.
Okay, meanwhile on the other board, blitzbullet has reclaimed the initiative, so
Knight takes pawn.
you can't give too much. Like if helmsnight gives another pawn, that's really bad for chicken.
Yeah,
Because
it
you can
looks
trade
like
queens.
knights are gonna come, not pawns.
Yep. Knights are totally fine. Oh, chicken doesn't have any blockers actually, so he can't take the queen.
Wow.
Because if he takes the queen, then yeah, he gets rook mated. Nope, and
Oh,
yeah,
using
this
a
is just
victim
mating.
bishop. Wow. Great
Their
mate by
team making-
blitzbullet. Exploited no
Yeah.
blockers. Like normally
Yeah,
4
very
pawns would be better than a piece, but when you need a blocker, 4 pawns not so great.
Icy Easton says chicken higher rated. They manipulate their ratings. No, chicken just plays a lot in the random pools when because he gets bored or something. So
Yeah, I don't think there's any intentional manipulation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of variability in Bughouse ratings.
Yeah. I think like a week ago I was 2700. Right now I'm like 25. So yeah, it's very volatile.
I mean, it's the equivalent of, since Icy Stun plays a lot of 4-player chess, it would be like someone who only plays 4-player chess with a teammate on voice who follows arrows versus someone who would jump into any random queues for teams. So queen mates for chicken, but don't see him getting a queen. Time is very close, about 2-second differential. 12 is liquidating all the pieces around this king. Oh, that's queen trade on offer. Yeah, that's gonna be mate. Oh wow. Nothing to defend this. The rooks can't defend. So blitzbullet can stall. Queen takes
The
knight.
return.
Leads to mate.
The return of 12-10, the dirty chesser. No, I'm just kidding.
96 was mate last move too.
Oh yeah, nice spot.
In the chess.com chat, they're talking about the Bughouse book. There are a few Bughouse books, but the best two are these I've linked to right here. Oh well, they moved rather than sitting it down.
Yeah, it looks like mate. Wow. Man.
Working. Mate.
Yeah. One of the things you'll see strong players do is instead of sitting when they have mate, they'll just say, "Oh, my position's so good, I can just keep going," and it sometimes makes it easier when less of a coin flip.
Yeah,
Especially
if you sit it down to like the last second to get that certain piece that mates, it can become a coin flip time scramble. Whereas if you can keep moving, might as well.
And
Okay, there's mate if he were to get. There's some other mate if blitzbullet we get a rook plus knight, but he's not waiting for it obviously. Keep moving.
Yeah, for slow players like me, we try to avoid these coin flip time scrambles.
That's a free bishop.
Oh yeah, that's actually probably the best move in the position. Unless he wants to try to do like a pawn at h6 type of mating setup.
Looks like he does.
So
okay. So the idea is pawn takes, then new knight in check.
Yep, and that's just mating, so I don't know why Chicken went into it, unless he's really confident Helms has mate here, which actually she does not. So yeah, it's just mate. Oh.
Yeah, but she's downtime.
Yep. Or mate for blitzbullet, I meant.
Yeah, nicely done. My score is 13.5 to 10.5. The 12-team blitzbullet pulling ahead again.
That's also one of those coin flip type things. You willingly walk into mate hoping that your partner mates first. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And you never know until that actually happens.
Says, communication is very bad for Bughouse players on chess.com. Yeah, so one of the underlying problems is that there are not arrows for hold on, let me tell him. Yeah, I'm is asking about the Bughouse books. I'm telling it DM me. So there are not arrows for Bughouse like there are for 4-player teams. Arrows would be very useful. There's partner communicator buttons, but they're very clunky and not really in an easy place for people to use. A lot of Bughouse players don't even know they exist at the lower levels. So it's much easier to play on voice than with the buttons. Okay, let me copy and paste this in a Discord DM. Oh, Icy Stun does play Crazy House. Yeah, Crazy House, not as important. Let me see.
Yeah, and if you're looking at the position, meanwhile, rook mates for helmsknight, rook at h1, followed by pawn takes pawn and knight drop, and it's really hard to stop Chicken's plan. A very simple plan, just queen e3, queen takes e4, and queen e8, forcing a rook trade within 9 seconds. So we'll see what blitzbullet comes up with, but probably won't be enough.
Yeah, and that's worked out. Which is great for us. Whenever the underdogs win games, it means we're more likely to go to overtime.
Yeah, they're only two games apart, so
on check, knight in. Pretty good attack for blitzbullet. maybe bishop at f6.
He'll probably
Or we
develop
could
his
try to
bishop to c4.
Could even take the knight.
Yeah, it could. But then pawn at d2 is a bit scary to deal with.
That's true. Yeah.
Pawn g7. I don't know what the purpose of that move was.
Well, you can
I think he
pick up
wants
a
to
free
die for
rook,
F,
but I guess that's it.
F7, yeah.
Yeah, okay, now he goes bishop c4, which is what I thought he was going to do.
Now you can take c3 twice and then take this pawn, maybe. Oh,
Yeah.
nope.
Now I can drop a bishop on e6. Or take the rook. Oh,
There's
he
that
does
queen
this.
trade we talked about.
But now the difference between this and a d takes c6 immediately is that if he dropped a pawn on d2, then blitzbullet would be able to go king f1, like sidestep like he does here, which prevents additional checks.
That's true.
Knight at e7 is still threatened, so chicken has to deal with that somehow. Oh, and he doesn't, so oh no.
Immediate resignation. My score is 14.5 to 11.5.
Tiny board
Andrew
is kind
says
of
tiny board is kind of annoying. They're actually
Yeah,
I did a stream on this like 3 weeks ago. They are planning on updating the Bughouse interface and they're looking into equal size board. Almost certainly the new interface will have equal size boards. They're still working out a lot of the specifics, but I think pretty much everyone agrees on equal size boards.
That is big news. I've sort of just gotten used to playing on a small board just from playing so much, and small board being the only possible option for Bughouse.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it, but I mean, I still prefer same size boards.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sammy says, wish it wasn't browsers based. You will not get that wish. It's gonna always be browsers based.
And chicken once again has
fairly even.
Yeah. Chicken has found a way into the dark square, so it's doing well here. Bishop at g3 is a really interesting. Okay, this is the same thing but better.
Bishop takes f2 maybe if king takes queen at h2.
Oh yeah, that could work.
But no, that whoa, can
Once
he do that?
F2.
Queen at f2 looks pretty scary. I guess like a rook would be a kill shot after that, but
yeah, huh? Or knight at g3. Okay, he takes
nice.
that.
Yeah, he's vacating the square for knight at f2. And he can
So
just
blitzbullet
keep
occupies
cycling
the
that
square
if he
again.
wants.
Yep. It's a very common defensive technique, actually. Good to know. If you're ever worried about your opponent dropping a knight check on a square, you just drop your piece on that square, and they'll never be able to drop a knight there anymore.
Queen takes knight would be an interesting move here. You want to vacate the square anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's going for defense.
So is helmsknight. Helmsknight opts for defense instead of trying to force a rook for chicken.
Queen takes bishop. There's that knight, and you can just take the queen if you want.
So both helmsknight and 12-team trying to just put pieces around their king, stay safe. And queens are really good defenders, so queen g6 is a good move. Now with his king safe and sound, 12-team can safely conduct an attack.
That's a pretty good attack.
Yep, and rook will mate. I don't know where it came from.
Can't even take that back. There's a rook in.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't mate yet. Very nice defense from helmsknight.
The 12-team is up so much time, can wait for a bishop.
Yeah.
So the bishop at c4 would cover the pawn, followed by like just c5. There's the bishop. Oh, I guess c5 doesn't work because the knight covers, but yeah, this doesn't work.
Oh, Oh, that also doesn't work. He needs one more pawn. Oh no. Okay, he has a bishop.
Yeah, I mean, up 11 seconds, a pawn is going to come for sure.
Yeah.
My score is now 15.5 to 11.5. Favoring 12-team blitzbullet.
helmsknight plays c6. Move people say you should never play. c6 is totally fine, but you have to. It's a lot safer if you castle first, so that the weak dark squares aren't next to your king. Bishop h3 is a very thematic.
Maybe knight takes h2 is the idea. I'm not sure. I was just retreating it.
Yeah. She's just posturing her pieces aggressively.
Oh, queen is a good defender here.
Ah, that's her idea. So she wants to win the queen.
Yeah,
now she also gets knight takes f2 afterwards.
Oh, win 2 queens. Okay, 2 queens better than 1.
Oh.
Another
And
knight.
actually, those 2 queens will mate for chicken.
Oh,
yeah, chicken,
wow.
That was mate.
What a turnaround.
That is amazing. Well. Yeah. Queen N, queen at D. Oh, using the bishop. Okay. That's good. Economize the queen.
Yep. Oh, wait. Is blitzbullet safe on h5? Is that possible?
No. The answer is no, because
he takes bishop
he has a rook for h4.
Yeah. I don't know where he got the rook from.
Checkmate. Thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Give him a shout out.
Oh, thank you for the raid. Hello. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. How do you usually deal with usernames that you don't know how to pronounce?
Death by checkmate should be really easy to.
Oh no, the one above.
The one above. Oh, why do Hakia says what's the match score? Current match score is 16.5 to 11.5, favoring 12 to blitzbullet. 16.5 to 12.5. Yeah, really appreciate the raid by Death by Checkmate. Let's just do a sub real quick. Thank you for the raid.
Blitzbullet gets into a very typical e4, e5 position where white sacks on f7 and then black tries to consolidate afterwards.
Trisha says, did chicken not have mate? 12 Blitzbullet won that game. Honestly, I was not paying attention to that game. I was paying attention to the chat. Were you guys paying attention to the game?
Yeah, so chicken had mate, but they were down time, so it was up to 12 to try to chess helmsknight with 6 seconds and some pieces, which I think he was able to do.
Final tap. The score is 16.5 to 11.5.
Oh yeah, he got a. So what happened was helmsknight didn't have any blockers, and 12 found a nice checkmate.
That's been a motif that we've seen several games. Lack of a blocker being determinative.
Yeah, 12 is showing his chessing expertise.
Amy Silkovich says neither one of these teams are going to beat Interest, by which he means Jeffrey Zhang and Katask. We'll see. That one of the interesting things about Bughouse is team dynamics can matter a lot. It's not the case that you can just order teams by skill level, and by the transitive property. If Team A beats Team B and Team B beats Team C, that means that Team A beats Team C. That's not necessarily the case. It could be that that one player is very good at attacking, and that makes a difference. It could be that one player has an open end that a particular other player knows how to crack. It's just hard to say. A rook mates for helmsknight. Is she gonna sit? No. Okay.
Oh, and chicken finds mate with pawn f4 and pawn g3 coming up.
Yeah, rook h8 was very nice.
Yeah. And they're down time too, so.
Yeah.
That's
well said, by the way, Chuck.
Yeah.
Our score is 16.5 to 12.5.
There's also a suggestion to display the scores on the layout.
Yeah, so it's hard to do. The native scores from chess.com. I've actually I've changed. I've used some cascading style sheets to take away the match scores. The reason is chess.com. It would screw up my layout because they give a match score if players have already played at least one game, but if they've never played a game before, then it doesn't show a match score. which makes it very hard because it's conditional like that. In the finals last year, what I did is I put the match score in a spreadsheet, and then I grabbed it from the spreadsheet and I just updated it every game. So I might do that for the open finals. We'll see. This is a huge time differential. 12-teen up by 15 seconds.
Yeah, helmsknight is having trouble trying to break into 12-teen's position here. Those are some menacing bishops, but on the other hand, she can't get any control of the light squares at all.
Queen traded for 2 pieces.
And now
Oh,
12-teen is
wow.
feeling so
Doubled up-
confident that
doubled
he
up the
marches
rook.
his king out, and it's so close to knight at d4 would be mate, but
Yeah, another knight because there's a knight subordinate.
when I saw that king marching to d5 at the speed of light, I was like, wait, what?
That is, in my opinion, that's the most fun aspect of Bughouse. Like, much more than Maiden, I enjoy walking my king out to the center of the board and just eating all the pieces. Saying, show me the mate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a free pawn.
It's a wonder that helmsknight does not have mate here, considering how her pieces are placed.
Yeah,
12-teen is used 6 seconds.
He just
He's
predicted
like-
all her moves. Wow. He doesn't have anything yet? Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is like one part of Bughouse that a blitzbullet is mated actually, so chicken
Yep.
somehow found mate. So now this spending 6 seconds on the game will maybe prove to be.
Yeah, now it's going to be a chess game, and 12-teen is up quite a bit of pieces in this chess game.
Yep.
So, I mean, I
will
think this
be-
knight takes bishop. The king can eat the knight, promote all the pawns.
The name of the game will be the cover G7 because
So can't even afford to take the rook because it's mate. Bishop at H6,
Yeah.
then knight at F. Yeah,
Yep.
it's mate.
Yeah.
He did it in the other order,
Yes.
but it transposed. My score is 18.5 to 12.5. It is first to 21, so we're getting close to the end here. Yeah, 18.5 to 12.5 favor and blitzbullet and 12-teen. How are you doing, Last 7 Samurai?
Hello.
Another streamer in our midst. Give a shout out to the Last 7 Samurai.
So I see chicken do the classic light square infiltration. Sacks a bishop on h3, then drops a pawn on g4 on h3, and then now g4 again. And probably put a bishop on h3, yep, and then take, and then another piece on g4.
Yeah, I mean, he is sacking material to do this, though. So
this actually doesn't adversely affect helmsknight's board. Like, actually, helmsknight can take, helmsknight takes a knight here, because then now if blitzbullet takes a bishop on h3, then helmsknight will get a knight to drop on f7, so he can't take the bishops. Now he goes king h2, forgetting the other knight's attacked. So now he gets a queen.
Checkmate in one.
very, very nice coordination with chicken and helm. Whereas 18.5 to 13.5 favor and 12-teen blitzbullet.
As a Fian Shadow player, your worst nightmare is when the opponent gets infinite diags to just spam on the light squares. You can't do a thing about it. Right, e5 makes sense. Opening up the bishop on c8. You're not really worried about losing a pawn because, well, you'll get one back from the other board.
Bishop batteries. Now he would
bishop
like to
f5
trade off bishops to get rid of helmsknight's only attacking piece.
And they're double sitting, so now this move actually works. Now after like knight at e3, how 12-teen is very safe, all his light squares are covered. Continue doing whatever he was doing before.
And this knight covers these squares.
Meanwhile, blitzbullet's position looks a bit suspect, but fortunately, chicken does not have any attackers.
Yeah, they would like a knight. helmsknight is gonna need to play some chess.
First one, let me see. I think they won 20-2 or 20-3.
Ooh, and knight f6.
Pretty brutal.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a one chess position. Yeah, at the start of my VOD here, I covered the other semifinals match.
They won,
which was a lot more lopsided than this one.
Yeah.
Queen trade offer the chicken board. Oh, queen stack.
Oh, and 12-10 has two knights, so he instantly goes in. I guess knight at e2 is just like the common move that everyone does, huh? Okay. I'm always debating between knight e2 or knight h5, but okay, good to know. Attacking tip. Oh, and he calmly plays bishop at h6. That's when you know you're really lost, because it's a quiet move. Most of the kings are stuck on h4. And now we're at match point, 20 and a half to 13
So even a draw would win for 12-team blitzbullet. Chicken and Helms now need to win out if they're going to win this match.
Looks like blitzbullet is finally getting used to playing on a touchpad. Helms finally moves her queen. A lot of games she was just leaving it on d8 and dropping a pawn on h3, but she didn't have a pawn this time to use, so this is the result.
Yes, she might take e5 a few times and then drop knight at f3. Oh, never mind.
Knight at f5. F5 is always a good score for the knight. Actually, her position looks decent here.
Okay, does the queen kill her partner? No. So it's trading the queens.
Yeah, blitzbullet's trying to get in on f3, but...
well, blitzbullet is trying to play chess. And it may well work here. Yeah, 12-10 is going to use those pawns to win pieces.
Oh.
Ooh.
What's the time situation? Oh, they're down time. Okay, well, yeah, 12-10 wins by chess here.
Yeah, if rook takes queen, then there's rook at e8.
Yeah, if the time situation were reversed, helmsknight might have had something, but here it's really hard to stop. Yeah, bishop d6 is really almost critical. Forced.
If Helms were uptime, she could wait for a few pieces to just win. Downtime, she gets no pieces to win, no pieces to defend, and her back rank is toast.
Yeah, she's practically forced to play bishop d6 here to cover 97 check, which... And there's still 4 seconds, so 12-10 doesn't even need to pre-move anything.
Wait, what do you mean 97? Can't just queen takes rook and then rook at e8?
Oh, wait, rook takes queen. Well, yeah, okay, that's true. But let's say the rook didn't take the queen. Yeah, so she went bishop d6. Because 97 check followed by knight takes queen, and then dropping the queen on g8 is mate. So actually, no, he already 12-10 already has mate. If it was his move, that is.
Ooh, whoa. helmsknight won back that queen.
That knight is going places.
Oh, he needs the bullet should go.
Wait,
this is a time struggle.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. And that was the result we wanted, because it means we're going to see another game. 20 and a half to 14 and a half.
Did blitzbullet have to sit there during that time? I was wondering why he was sitting.
Yeah, I don't think he needed to, but I guess they thought that was their best chance.
Yeah. 12-10 making good use of his drops, so he keeps instead of moving the knight to c6, he keeps the knight on d4 and drops the knight on c6. It's the most efficient way to use his pieces. The other knight on d4 can reroute to f5 later on, if needed. Meanwhile, Chicken once again has a nice looking position against blitzbullet.
helmsknight just yeah, 12th is looking very safe near his king, which is
yeah, and Helms is
all that
looking
really
good too.
matters here.
Okay, blitzbullet gives his queen for king safety. That's a good decision. Although, if Chicken gets another knight, then it could be really bad. So here, queen d5 wins the knight. But they're too slow. Wait, what? He moved? Wait. This is... Something must have happened, because he's just mated now. I think that was like a slight lapse in coordination.
Yeah, and I don't think 12 can win this chess game in this amount of time. Not in 3 seconds when there's the queen on the board.
Especially after that move.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, 20.5 to 15.5. Again, Chicken Helms need to win out.
Second match point saved. blitzbullet changes openings to the also popular f3 opening.
This is another very safe setup with this knight doing a good job defending. Now the rook is launched, but still safe enough. Trying to get rid of the bishop so that knight at e2 can come.
Yep.
Instead of queen trade is on offer.
So now blitzbullet will... Oh, I thought I was going to sit, but okay. Sometimes in these sorts of positions, if you can take a queen, but you just wait a bit, then your partner's or opponent's partner won't notice that queen mates them, and then you take the queen.
Yeah.
Then they get mated.
I think at this level, they notice.
Yeah.
Well, now... Oh, should have sat before giving that knight. But, I mean, this is fine, because after bishop takes, then the c7 square is vacant.
Also, they're down 14 seconds, so they could just sit there.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh. Where's the top four?
Good games.
Yeah, that's GG's. So let's see. The final score was 21.5 to 15.5.
On an unrelated note, someone needs to stop putting in the matches and challenge before I do. That's not very nice. Okay, anyways, yeah. This was a very exciting match. I think both matches today did not go where we expected them to go. But they went in opposite directions. So overall, really fun to watch.
Yeah, we thought this might be a blowout because I think you guys said that they played before and it was somewhat of a blowout.
Oh, yeah, last time they played, yeah. From 16-0 to 21.5, 15.5 is a really, really good improvement for Chicken and Helms. So I'm now really looking forward to the third place match and the finals match. I think those will both be very close.
Trisha is saying probably the touchpad helped. Could have been a factor for sure, but I mean that's up to blitzbullet. If he chooses to handicap himself, that's on him. Yeah, and I expect the finals will be even closer than both of these matches. The finals and the consolation match, probably some of the closest matches we'll have. So I don't think either of them will be blowouts.
Yeah.
So yeah, congratulations to 12 and blitzbullet for making it to the finals. And Chicken and helmsknight will still have a battle ahead of themselves for third versus fourth place. They'll get to play against Little Plotkin and Gulamali Rises in the consolation match. So how much money will be going to the Okara and Luca Fund if Helms gets third place? I had that pulled up. Here, let me pull it up again. Okay. So I think it's 500 versus 250. But let me
look it up to 500. Be sure. Yeah. Those are the correct ones.
in the open section, third place gets 500, fourth place gets $250. That is per team though, not per individual. So the Chicken might demand a cut from that. I don't know what they've negotiated.
All victims charity.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for watching. Thanks to our commentators. It's a lot of fun with you guys joining me here. I think we're probably gonna. Well, let me ask you guys: did any of you want to play in the random pool, or should we look for someone to raid?
It's definitely my bedtime, so.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh yeah, same here. Same here.
Okay, let's look for someone to raid then. Anyone has any suggestions? Please let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna check the chess category, see if we can find anyone playing variants. Oh, hold on. I see someone playing Bughouse in the chess category. So I think we're gonna raid that person. Young UK Baller says Helms is significantly worse than the other three. I'm not sure about that. I mean,
I think Helms is just rusty.
I
She's
think
really
they're
good.
all a little bit rusty, but helmsknight at her best could definitely hold her own with all of these guys. The one thing about helmsknight though is because she likes to attack, she really likes to have the faster partner. So she prefers matchups where her partner is faster than her partner's opponent, so they're just uptime all the time, and she can get the pieces she wants, which is usually the case. But sometimes her opponents are just faster, and that makes it tougher for an attacker.
Yeah. And this match was exciting because 12-teen will take some risk and let her attack him just to play faster. So it made for a really fun match.
Yeah, it was a really fun match to watch, and we're gonna see some more fun matches coming up. They haven't been scheduled quite yet, but I'll let you guys know once we have the schedule, and we're gonna see if we can get some good coverage from chess.com. Thank you for chess.com for giving me chess TV time to cover both of these. I'm gonna send you guys to another Bughouse match being played right now. It's Zami 12 is playing. His stream title is playing Bughouse with an IM on chess.com. And it's 1500 and a 1700. But good to see more Bughouse streamers for sure. So thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you all have a great night. What we do have scheduled though is the under 2000 finals are scheduled for this Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll be covering that. We're gonna get chess TV coverage. We're gonna get a big raid from the chess stream following the Rapid World Championships. So we're gonna have a lot of viewers for that. So I hope you guys will join me on Saturday for coverage of the under 2000 finals. And we're gonna schedule the open finals and constellation match as soon as possible. Thank you again to helmsknight for the raid. And to Death by Checkmate for the raid. Let me give them those quick shoutouts before we raid out ourselves. If anyone's not following yet, I'd appreciate a follow so you could get notified of my future streams. I stream mostly Bughouse, but we also do some 4-player chess, some Puzzle Rush Puzzle Battle, and some other variety streams. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining me, guys, and have a great night.